So I recently had a Skype chat with Mark Haddon, who is the executive director of MAPS Canada, and he told me something that I quite honestly never thought I would hear. He told me that the United States and Canada are first in line to legalize the use of MDMA as a prescription drug for those suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, Mark told me that it's unlikely that it will be prescribed in the same way that, say, pain meds are prescribed. Like, you're not going to go to the pharmacy and they're not going to give you like a nice bottle of MDMA. Instead, those suffering from previously untreatable cases of PTSD will be dispensed MDMA during their therapy sessions. In fact, MDMA, when combined with psychotherapy, is the most effective treatment that we have ever witnessed. In the recent trials, 83% of participants who were given MDMA alongside psychotherapy experienced a complete obliteration of their symptoms. In fact, after the treatment, they no longer qualified as even having PTSD anymore. Actually, for many individuals, this treatment has not only cured their PTSD, but it has in fact saved their lives.
I saw a lot of terrifying and horrific things that you would see in war. I watched my friends burn alive. I started noticing some of the symptoms. I started having nightmares, and I was very hypervigilant, anxiety, panic attacks. And I really felt hopeless. I got back with the VA, and I was doing treatment with them, and it wasn't working, so I got out of that and looked online, and I found MAPS. It saved my life. I regained the hope and purpose that I needed. And I finally feel like I had my head together to where I could be a father. I didn't want my child to see me the way I was before. And I'm so grateful for this therapy. And I really wouldn't be alive and I wouldn't be here today.
In 2013, a study was released which documented the amount of suicides among war vets from 1999 to the year 2000, and they found out that approximately 22 vets were committing suicide every day. That equates to about one suicide every 65 minutes. Suffice to say that the use of MDMA alongside this therapy has the potential to save thousands of lives. How MDMA can effectively heal PTSD is by, 1, its ability to decrease the permeability between the conscious and unconscious mind. This in turn makes trapped memories and trapped emotional states more accessible for psychological processing. And 2, MDMA's ability to create in the user a sense of calmness, a sense of empowerment, almost worry-free, when they're bringing back memories up of the past traumatic events. This new drug-induced ability to allow the person suffering to look back on their trauma from a calm, less judgmental, more peaceful state can allow the individual to lower their walls, which may have been preventing them from releasing their pain.
MDMA, when used in the context of psychedelic psychotherapy, increases the alliance between the therapist and the subject. And that alliance is one of the greatest predictors of success of any therapeutic process.
Because of the mechanism of the drug, it allows for a quietening in the amygdala, in the fear center, and it releases oxytocin, which is the bonding hormone, and it just the way that it acts on the brain allows for the conditions for a trusting relationship to be fostered.
MAPS is currently entering stage 3 of clinical trials, and when I talked to Mark, he told me that they're actually meeting very little resistance moving forward with legalizing MDMA, and that kind of surprised me. Now, the trials are set to be complete by 2021, and Mark, as well as many others, they're confident that by 2021, MDMA will be a legal prescription drug within the United States and Canada. I mean, I know it's not really legal, like you're not gonna be able to go to the store and buy it, but in my mind, opening up the doors to allowing, many lives to be saved via using it in conjunction with therapy to treat PTSD is really a gateway in order to having all of society see these substances in a brighter, refreshing, healthy, accurate light, Currently, all of these drugs are painted with such an ugly brush. The world sees them as harmful and dangerous. The world currently sees MDMA as a problem, as a party drug that can potentially harm and kill youths. When in reality, when used responsibly, MDMA is so much more than just a party drug. And this is just kind of the way that our society has their mind changed the easiest, via scientific research. If people see that, through research, that this drug is actually helping to heal people, then society is going to slowly get on board with the very real fact that a lot of these misunderstood substances have the potential and the power to heal, to save lives, to enhance your life, to give you a greater understanding of your place in this universe. This really is, I think, an amazing achievement that we are very close to making a reality. Now, they are experiencing one tiny, teeny little hitch in their plan, which is kind of the reason why they've asked me to make this video. As with most crazy endeavors that kind of go against traditional thinking and traditional science in terms of these substances, which haven't been studied for decades, they need your help to continue. They need some green stuff. They need money. They need funding. Now, they've told me that any amount helps, and depending on the amount that you pledge, you receive a different perk, as they called it, a different kind of like reward as a result. They're giving out blotter art, so it's like actual LSD blotter paper with the signatures of the founders of MAPS on it. There's no LSD laid on these blotters, so you can't eat them. It's more so just to frame and put on your wall. Anyway, if you guys watching want to be a very real reason, or a part of this reason, as to why MDMA is probably going to become a legal, in a sense, substance, then you can head on over to their fundraiser page. I'll put a link at the end of the video, and there will also be a link in the description and comments. Mark my words, more and more research is going to come to light, and more of these misunderstood substances are going to start to be seen by the average person in a new way. They're going to slowly become more and more accepted. I really do think that we're alive during a very exciting time. Thank you for watching, guys. My channel is made possible thanks to your monthly pledges on Patreon. If you want to support Psych Substance and our ability to keep making these videos, check out Patreon for more information on how you can help.